plate moved. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Shit got loose.
Hi. I had a technical issues. My pedal plate moved back under braking. Let us go.
good pace to him. He was pushing so hard that last lap, I got the fast lap by like 2/100ths. I don't know, you do the last sector so much better than I do. Like that's my biggest struggle, I think.
Is it still buzzy? Am I still buzzy?
Yeah, it's not as bad though.
It's all the smoke.
It must be.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had a major equipment failure, but I like wrenched like a madman in the 10 minutes we had to fix it.
What happened?
My whole pedal plate went forward when I hit the brake.
No way.
Yeah, it just got loose over all the days of racing, and I hit it really hard at turn 1, so I thought I might come up short, which I definitely did on the braking, and but I pushed the whole pedal plate back, so there was no way I could continue. I had to fix it. So I was just wrenching around with Allen keys for 10 minutes, as fast as I could.
Do we have a message for this guy? You, Seth?
Replay's
I think
good.
we're good. Everything feels good now. I tightened it down as much as I could. I don't think it's going to move again. I may have even made it better. The angle. Yeah, it was all tight, but it loosened. It's been like 4 months of me racing like a lot, so.
Where's Rob? I can hear you. Interesting. Sick of good racing.
Did he do good?
Yeah, thanks, man.
What happened?
Started lagging behind. He's got. Figured it out in the end, though.
I think I can hear everybody. Did you kick him or did he leave?
There's somebody I don't hear if you're talking to someone.
I'm talking.
Yeah? Yeah, I hear him. I don't hear Rob. Oh, yeah, I know why. I have muted. He was muted. I hear everybody now. I had Rob muted from something.
I'd mute Rob too.
I know.
I couldn't hear Mike. That's why most of the time
Yeah.
I was just hearing silence. I knew something was wrong.
It's me talking.
I've had that before. Good luck, everybody.
Should be good now with the brakes.
God willing, Mike. God willing.
Every race from here, I still got a chance.
You always have a chance.
race, Tim. That was fun going side by side in like through like 6 corners.
Yeah.
You beat the fast
Sorry for
lap at the end, Tim? Did you beat the fast lap at the very end? I ran my best on the last lap. I was wondering if you went quicker. You gave me a target to go after.
Replay good.
Nice job, Brown Boy.
Thanks.
Held us together.
Consistent in that.
You did a good job. Very good. I made my one big error there and let you get kind of close. I'm like, I don't know. Just keep driving. I went all 4 off at the last corner at big time, and I lifted a whole bunch and lost like 2 seconds lifting.
Replays are good. I haven't heard Doc with the
I got
smart
the
yet.
yeah, I got the replay.
You don't like this corner that combo that much? You should have came and talked to me. You didn't do the one thing that could have saved you. I find with -2 brake balance, and like, you know, a lot of careful inputs on the wheel, you can't turn the wheel too much. It's like a mid-engine that gets loose, this car. So -2 and really fine inputs keep it stable, like it's like a Ferrari.
Can't lift in the turn.
It's like a Ferrari.
211. 211. Same with Deuce, he was doing 211s.
We got 9s in here.
209s, yeah. I got close. I got like a low 210, but
This is that kind of course.
it's really tough.
Where there's more in it always.
This is probably the toughest combo we've done since I've joined, at least.
I had some friends try it, they were loving it.
Oversteering.
215 for me. Oh yeah.
Keep it pinned. Just bounce off the walls.
That doesn't work either,
fastest way
especially that corkscrew on the back of the hill is crazy.
Yes, yes
that
it
is
is. I think we should have 10-minute warm-up here.
Oh no, there's only like 40 seconds left, Rob.
I haven't hit a wall yet, but I'm doing a lot of drifting.
Mike, did you ever try doing third gear up the hill on the
I never got to, actually, no. Are you convinced that it's third? I'll try it first lap.
I haven't done it.
I will try it now, if I can get there. So I'm like moving my stream around. I posted it in the thread. I got my Red Pig inspired livery for today. I just like go to people's random liveries from online and tell them what I'm gonna run it in my league. You can find it here. I thought this one was nice.
I just steal them.
Yeah, I want them to come sub now. I've realized I can steal them and make them come check out what I'm doing with it.
Yeah. With
their work. Put in their work at the front. That's like any livery creator's dream is to have their car win, so. Oh, that's quite good. Third gear there. You can. That felt amazing. I'll only go to second if I'm like bound to overshoot it. So now I might have a 208. That felt way smoother to do. Good luck to everybody. -2 is what I'm using. Have a good race, guys. I'm gonna run and get a drink and use the bathroom in a quick while. That's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Replay good.
I don't recall sweating so much before.
I need a tip for the uphill. Yeah, the uphill, like the double left, you gotta try and string together somehow.
Yeah, don't lift too much. You just gotta lift enough to get slow down for that second one, but if you lift too much, yeah, you get all kinds of oversteer.
Yeah, I tend to drift through that every time, and it's a matter of time before it catches me.
Trail brake.
I don't touch the brakes there.
Your other brakes will probably slide you more.
That explains.
What, do you use the wall to slow down then?
Dude, it took me
Just
forever to
grazing.
figure out that turn, man. There's going to be traffic in the mountain.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's kind of fun trying to follow as close as you can without crashing. It's
Yeah.
super tough, but it's part of the challenge.
Car's super loose.
Is this combo the first week or like the second or third?
We did the Mercedes at
I am back.
No, I
we
mean
did the
second
Mercedes
time.
at
that was done.
Topless last week. But this is the first time we're doing
Racing here.
Bathurst.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
We
missed the
didn't
first
race here
one?
last week, did we?
Last week was the one I
time we
missed.
didn't- No. We raced.
I was
last week was
asking-
on Topless with
I was
Yeah.
asking
Mercedes.
if... Oh, okay. I thought this was the
That
second.
was the one I missed, and that's why I
This
started
is the
last
first
today.
race of this.
Oh, okay.
We don't expect much.
I'll be steaming through, trying to get this win still. If I get 3 more wins in a row, we're looking good. I don't know what scores are, but that usually has the chance to do it.
It was a good lap, Mike. The best I could do was a 10.5.
I need to take points away from all of you guys like Nick.
Don't take out the 100 board this time.
Have a good race, guys. If you have trouble with the start, I put about half throttle, and it comes off real nice if you just hold that for a moment.
racing duck.
Nick.
Yep. I thought I was going to get cagey at the end. That's tricky.
Replay saved.
That was a fun race.
You got it
Last
last
lap,
race.
I was up
Almost came back all the
0.5,
way.
and I hit. Which would I hit? I made some bumps on the way down the hill. I bumped the first entry, like that really sharp left. That's like got the runoff, like a little bit of grass there. I bumped the wall on the way into that, and then another wall. That last lap was it. Would have been a nice 0.4, 0.3 even. The way
I
it was
got my
looking.
optimum down to a 9.7 at least.
Not going to
was
second
close.
gear is so much nicer. It's like a
Yeah,
million
I
times
don't know
better.
why. I don't know why I was so stuck on second gear being better there, but
Oh,
yeah,
that's good. Third is
feels
good.
way nicer.
Nobody should vote for that.
Five-minute break.
That's my official vote. I'll leave it there. The last one
No.
used a vote, but looks like he's having some troubles here. Can't hear him.
Yes.
You guys hear Tim?
No, I think he's. Yeah. You
Okay.
can't,
It's not
I don't
just
think
me.
anyone can hear him. Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go start the oven for my food after this race, so that way by the end of the second one, maybe it'll be ready finally. It's just a bunch of sweet potatoes with some stuff on them.
Marshmallows and brown sugar.
No, just like salt, pepper, garlic, and some paprika, and some dill weed stuff. I'm just throwing all types of stuff in there. What? But yeah, they do that. It's not my style. That's like Thanksgiving kind of stuff. Has a lot to do with turkeys.
That's okay, we can go. I'm fine.
Hold your water, Flannel.
How I am.
Does anybody use only second at turn one? Does anyone not go down first? I just did it there, and I thought maybe I could definitely get through there without bogging if I just hit a nice line. My best here is like a 0.3, 46, but I haven't gotten one in a while. And it was just like one race out of nowhere. I was like putting all low 46s, and I never did it again.
Really? It's amazing.
He got to do it like 2 weeks ago, but he like blacked out. Oh my god.
Had a break before the 100.
On the start? Or just in general?
On the on your second time past the first one. Good luck.
Have a good race, guys. Good luck.
hate this track with the passion. Third person. Webcam.
Well done, guys. I'll be right back again. Trying to put my oven back on.
Oscar goat cam.
It's okay.
Yeah. Did you hear me? I told you like twice.
I heard him. I heard you twice. I like the ruffling sound when it finally went away. It's hard to believe the Red Nose hasn't run this yet. This is the longest going combo right now, right? For like 4 weeks or something? Sweet potato pie. I don't know. Garlic on a sweet potato sounds a little weird. But I love garlic, so I have to try it. Bouncing from side to side. I know. That was fun though.
Replay saved.
We might have 3 minutes.
Did Nova talk to you about Friday night? He came into ours afterwards and he's talking about maybe on Friday night doing everybody in the TCR cars, or if there's not enough people, then to run a spa practice for the Porsche. Final race. And then I can go eat dinner.
Right.
Get him, Tim. Bonjour.
How do the points look?
You're
Am I
winning. Keep it
Am I within
quiet.
striking distance? Am I close enough? Within 16? Or it would have to be 12 actually. 11. Oh
Don't
my
tell us who
gosh.
it is.
I have done my job today. I made it close from missing a race. It's because I didn't quit.
2 points.
I got 5 points for not quitting, and that made all the difference. I knew better than to exit the track right there. Let's go, guys. May
Mike,
the best man win.
I was like 1 corner away from catching your slipstream.
I was like
just
that with
ended
Nick
it,
at one
so
point,
sorry.
and then I just couldn't catch. He just kept being faster. Amazing job, Nick. I'm not near my times from whenever that was, like Wednesday. We were practicing deuce. I'm not even close. I gotta stop using so much first gear on the exit of the first chicane. I gotta use second only on the exit of the first chicane. So much faster. If I can do that right, I think I'll be okay. Nothing else is too hard. Second chicane, I'm not as fast either as other day. But I haven't crashed yet also. Came close.
I do that in 4th on the parabolic now.
Yeah, I like 4th more. I go down to 3rd for like to rotate, but then I shift back up to 4th before I accelerate.
I do all my braking in 5th just about, and then
Yeah, good luck.
changing techniques all the time here.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
That's why we saved the replays. Good luck, everyone.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I got it too.
I couldn't.
Good race, you guys.
Yeah, I was unlucky. Did the same thing I did.
Is Nick in the party? Nick, amazing job, dude. That was like the best race I ever had where we never got in draft range. Literally just like a second and a half difference going up and down the whole race. Yeah, man, you too. You made me do a 46, 46.5 is what I just did. That's one of the better ones I've done.
That's funny, I can't hear Nick. I can hear Mike.
He never wears a mic.
Oh.
I wish he
That
did.
would be a good reason.
I don't know what happened to turn one. I was just like falling behind. I don't know who it was. I think it was like Plano maybe, and then it just like all of a sudden just everyone was completely stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Replay saved.
I got it too. Hopefully I can see how you guys are 2 seconds faster than me.
Did we really? I didn't notice.
He left before the race.
Well, hopefully he had a good reason. Did he race all right tonight besides the first race that I saw, the second race?
He had a good result, but it seemed like he crashed out a lot.
He's a younger dude. I mean, he's got pace, but he should probably be a division down and just win that, get his confidence up, get the feel for it. That's where he's headed.
He didn't vote, it looks like. I don't see a vote from him.
No, he didn't.
He was the only one that crashed in that second race at Bathurst, which was amazing. I thought there'd be plenty of people screwing up, including myself.
Yeah.
Who won? What was the points
I
for
bumped Raul, but he kept going. I bumped Raul, but then I ended up in the area where it just respawned me in the back of the pack.
Close.
I got 87. Damn. I never thought that was going to happen after I had I went to go hit the brake at turn one, the whole pedal plate, like, adjusts itself, like, different angle, like, the whole thing went forward. And I had to get down and, like, take all the Allen bolts out and tighten them back up.
That's crazy.
I was on the floor, like, on my knees, like, sweating, like, crank faster, please, like, I gotta be ready for this race. I like how you read the score there, Bologna. You had me thinking, like, oh, how did this happen? How did I not make it?
Suspense.
I thought I had deuce one now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was really fun. Best race I ever had with somebody where I never got near them, me and Nick just now. Solid gap. Could not change it.
Outmatched, but fun racing with you guys.
Always.
Who's that, Hugo? Now, you did a good job. How many points did Hugo get? I want to know the stats. Who won out of Hugo and Flano? Who won out of those two?
And that was how many for Hugo? 56? 57. There you go. Somebody has to be last. It's been nice being in D1.
So I had.
Thanks,
Good night.
Rob.
Gentlemen, I'm out too. Take care, guys.
Thank God for the Porsche Cup.
I can't remember my results. I had a win, a second place. Was it a win, a second place, second
Don't
place?
jump over that last place finish at the very beginning.
Okay, I had last place. That gave me the 5 points that made the difference in the end, right? If I had quit, I would have lost.
That sets you up for a win, and then the start of the third race at first.
Yes. I still would have been there even if I
Played
quit.
that one well.
Yeah. I mean, I think I still could have did good in race 1, you know? It wasn't intentional, I promise. But this proves I can just take race 1 off now, apparently.
Hey.
Just get on track, park it, go continue eating my dinner that I normally eat around this time.
Well, and tricky, when the second combo is that tricky, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, that was a very tricky combo. I hope it's not going away, but it looks like it's gone, or at least pieces of it are gone.
Be interesting.
Hey.
All right, gentlemen. Good night. Hopefully see you guys this week.
See you,
Enjoy
man.
your dinner.
I will.
Oh, it is Tin Lure.
Nick, put your mic on if you have it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Alright guys, fun racing.
We put a bunch of practice in for this week, Deuce. I'm glad we both did good. It was fun practicing
I won, guys.
The second race of
I
Bathurst,
had the highest total score even though I had those technical issues and my first race.
And then he like stopped to let him by, and I was right behind him. That screwed me.
Nice.
I think I could have kept up with you, but after that I was just like 5 seconds back.
I get to pick a car in a track combination now.
See you guys.
We're about to head out. Later, man.
Hey, Mike.
Vote in the chat.
Yo.
So were you sweating bullets at the end of that first, end of the...
Last race?
Well, the beginning of the second lap at the first corner.
Beginning of second lap.
Sweating?
Just now? No, because I accidentally like...
Yeah, the last race.
On the way out of that corner, I had gone through the corner in such a way where I went around Nick and I slowed him down quite a bit, not exactly intentionally, but he got a bad exit, so at that point I was feeling kind of good, like, okay, there we go, a little bit of a gap to breathe.
Mercedes AMG North
when I
Ernile
was
Speedway.
behind you at the end of the...
You gave me a nice, easy passageway. You made it nice. And then you battled him for a while. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. He's staying in front.
I probably did that.
I was getting excited.
Should have.
And then I made a nice error, even though I was touching 2 seconds ahead at that point, and I made one big error, and that made the rest of the race super tense, having Nick like on my gap. Like one mistake, he's in the draft, no matter what. Got as close as like within 1 second almost.
If I'd let him pass sooner, it might have been more interesting for you.
He probably would have caught draft, possibly. You don't know for sure now.
No way in hell.
Alright, good night again.
Good night, man.
Yes way.
Oh man, that was an awesome race, dude. I'm gonna have to post that one, even though there's no action at all. It was still exciting. First turn, first lap ahead of us. Big mess. I had touched no one, but people ahead of me like just didn't pull up in time. Big mess went off track there. But I made no contact, and I saw like I got through it clean. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I got through it clean. Where are these guys? I see you're like in my mirror, like right behind me. Oh man. Oh my gosh, that was terrifying, man. I wanted to win so badly tonight. After that first race went bad, I'm like, I'm not gonna let this stop me. I need to have like motivation to still continue. I have to win. Oh my gosh. I was thinking, I told somebody today, now I can tell you because you're the only one here, that I was thinking if I won today, that I would take a break from Snail and use the Sundays for the rest of the fall to go fishing, do something else. But that's actually really sad to do, and I don't know if that'll be what ends up happening. I will miss you guys while I'm catching big fish in the dark. 87 for me, and you had like 84, 83. and Deuce had like 80, and then somebody else was, Tim was in there too, like right in the middle of that. I think you were the closest. If I look back at my stream, he said it. I mean, kind of, but then again, you want to win it as well because then it gives you those points that I didn't get. I don't want to be tossing points away. Yeah. It used to be like this for Snail as well, where like, the first race, if you threw it away, like you weren't necessarily done, but if the lobby was full, I wouldn't have got, 5 points for that. And that would have made a big difference. If the lobby was full all the way, it wouldn't have been as helpful to me doing that. But that combo was fun too. Oh, Bathurst, you were really fast there. One of those races, I like was chasing you down, but I didn't quite catch up because it's tough to go 100% no mistakes there the whole way for 7 laps. It's really hard. I was trying. I didn't think I had any chance, but then the last lap I got close to somewhat. Yeah. In fact, I was actually going slow that whole race. I couldn't get like a 209 like I wanted until like halfway through, and then my laps were pretty inconsistent. I ran like an 11 in there. So I think, I saw the gap to you was 7 seconds the whole race until like I got free, and then it started to come down a little bit once I was clear of everybody. And I'm thinking to myself like, oh, is the second place going to like hurt my chances of winning tonight? I mean, it's close to 16, it's 15. I didn't know who was only 1 point ahead of me. I figured because he said people were like 67 or 69, 68, 67 right before the last race. So I was thinking, I don't know who the driver is who's like, close. Maybe like I'm only 1 point ahead of you, and then we would be tied, or you would have been the one ahead. So I don't know, man. I wish every night was that exciting. I was really intense the whole time trying to push. I won 2 at Monza, but only 1 at Bathurst. You won the other one at Bathurst. Oh, the fastest lap, yeah. You get points for the fastest lap? I didn't know that. Oh wow, I'm glad I tried because one of those I got it on the last second, like the very last corner is when I knew that I had it. I beat Deuce by like a couple tenths. They got 2 out of 3. Oh, that's badass. Going so quick. That's really good. So you could actually get more than 100 now. So you best you get is 96, and then the 4 points. Okay, that makes sense. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. You had the fastest lap in that last race. No, I did. I had the 0.5, so that's the other point that I got. But last week, what was your best lap from last week? Or 2 weeks ago, you had a 0.6, 46.6. You had a really good lap last time, and you took one of those races and ran away from us. Mm-hmm.
That was the best, guys. Thank you for watching.
FIA has been the best it's ever been. Nations could have went better a couple times, but I came back really strong the second attempt both times. It's really strong, like good points that I can use to be in top 10 because I'm top 7 right now. A few people are missing, so that makes it easier, but still, I'm still beating the same people right now for the most part. And on track, I'm racing the same guys for the most part at the front. So in Manufacturers Cup, that's been going better than it's ever gone, period. I never had a manufacturer where I felt as good with the car and also preparing myself properly, like getting the practice in ahead of time, well ahead of time, like really starting early, try it in the middle, and then the last day, building up the day before, 2 days before, I'm actually like working, like trying to be ready. I'm tired of not getting what I want out of these competitions. I need to win if I'm going to do them. And it's really hard because I'm going against, people that you might know, like Zenit. I don't know if you know who that is, like Robert Heck. He's like somebody, if you look at the race that I posted in Snail, he was driving super dirty, like really trying to keep me behind. And when I got by him, I was getting nervous and I started to choke a little bit, and I blocked the inside because I didn't think I was going to let him by at that point. He just sends his car straight in the back of me. I left a little gap and he put it in the tiniest gap, took a piece of my car and got a penalty from that, and then I let him back by. It was just like a crazy race. And then when he goes to serve his penalty, he moves over in front of me on purpose as if he wants the ghost to wreck me. He tried, You don't know when that ghost is going to pop back out and be solid. So that dude, he was totally insane. But I didn't win the race in that video because Windfire, he has a G29, and his wheels suddenly at the start of the race, he got pole, and from pole, his wheels radius, like the degrees of sterning, they changed, and it was too long. It was on 900, and it wasn't lined up. And he didn't know why he couldn't make the corners. He said, "Oh my God, my wheels not calibrated." So he lost 5-6 spots. I got by him too. He let me go, and he goes in the pits and takes racing hard on the first lap. I think he started in the medium too. So by that point, he already met the tire requirement. He could just do soft the rest of the race, and he ended up winning because I was battling with Mata Boy and Zenit. So it was totally insane. Anybody who watches that will see I have some ability. I'm not that bad. Those races were intense, man. The Citroen Gr.3, I might pick that. What's your favorite track? Maybe I'll just pick that. Make an announcement as soon as I can. What's your favorite track?
There too.
Can you bring the steak too? Bring mom's steak.
Do you want it warm?
And a knife, no.
Okay.
And some bread if we have it. He's talking to me, I can't hear you.
I was just gonna say, when you...
Hold on. I was not muted, Nick. Hold on one second. Someone brought me food. I'm so grateful.
Someone...
I made the food, but you brought it. Dude, I had some food come to me, like I said. But that car, so I might pick my manufacturer's car because I'm liking it so much. And we haven't done a ton of GR3s besides this one. We also did the AMG. I wish we could pick the Nordschleife, Nick. We would both win on that one. We'd both get a win. What do you think about me taking a break? Do you think that it would affect the division at all? I mean, it would be nice for somebody else to win as well, and I'd have my free time to myself that I feel like I don't have sometimes. I don't want to hurt the division and not make it not exciting for you and Tim and Deuce. As always. Yeah, me too, man. I always come. Whenever I can. I took some breaks this year, but not a lot. Just December through February, I wasn't really here. Well, before this year, I never really won a D1 season, period, where I won all 3 weeks. That's very rare for me, if you look back at the records. So this is the first one I did it 2 in a row, for sure. I never did it twice in a row, even in any division. It really goes. Leave everything. I'll get it. Don't worry. I will clean that up. Don't worry.
I'm trusting you here.
Yep.
I love you, buddy.
So I know that I could just keep going at this point, Nick. Like, I think I could just do it this week, too. Next week, if I win, it's 2 good scores. And it's just 1 more. The pace is there for me to do that here, because there's not, like, a fast field. It's just you 4 guys. If you 4 can't stop me, it's over. Yeah, and you. That's pretty much it. There's just 4 of us that are really racing in D1 for the win. And if there needs to be more guys to be in my way, otherwise it's like it's kind of easy. Like if I can just I have no problem getting around everyone except Red Nose. I have a problem getting around Red Nose every time. And you know who else is tough? Is X-Rab. He'll let you go, but he's a tough customer. He's not going to make it easy by any means ever, even if it's like a simple thing. He'd rather defend you once or twice, which I respect. That's fine. He's not doing what Red Nose does.
Alright, good night.
Bye bye.
Enjoy.
Yeah, he's quick now for sure. Like racing him in practice and stuff this week, he was looking good. He beat me in a race. We had a practice race and he won. Yamagiwa? Oh, I'm picking it. Okay. Job done. I'm done. I love it too much. What's the other one? I think did we have the normal one anytime recently? Because that's the only thing that would stop me from picking it. I was just looking at a video the other day. Do you know who Julio Cortina is? Contra 1 is his name. I met him online the other day, and I'm like, what's your PSN name? And he said that's what it is. And I have a video where I raced him my first real season of Manufacturers Cup where I tried after I left Nissan. We had a race at Yamagiwa, and it was me, him, J-Mag, and TNTR Jay Kloffel. He doesn't race that much anymore, as far as I know. But I was looking at it the other day and thinking, I did good in this race because I'm just good at Yamagiwa. I've always been good at Yamagiwa since the beta. The beta was the only time I had to learn it. It took a lot of time to figure it out, and then my first #1 leaderboard time was at Yamagiwa. First one I ever got on a daily race. I know we did reverse, yeah. Mm-hmm. I really like that suggestion. Just because I had that situation with Contra. I didn't know that he went to a World Tour either. He has the picture where he went. So I think he went to the 2018 America's Final. Where all the North American and South American people went. We should have been there too, man. We were good enough by 2018 to do that with the big group that was there. But we weren't trying in FIA. We were doing snail. But now I can do both apparently. I just want to go fishing. And I could go right now. I could just, continue to race and start going later, but I can just I usually play soccer on Sundays and I can just go straight from there to the water and just chill there all night if I want to. Relax. Yeah, for the moment. I applied to a bunch of jobs that are remote so I can do them from home. And one of them has responded to me, so I'm working on it though. I'm not planning on doing any coaching. I did that for 1 week for a friend to make an extra $300, and he was expecting me to come back the next week, but I realized in the fall if people start getting sick, then I don't have to worry about that if I don't have a job where I don't work with people. I'll just work at home. Less likely that I'll get sick rather than a new job, somewhere random. Mm-hmm. I know Quebec, Montreal and all of Canada is no cases, right? For the first time recently. So it's like that here too, where it's very quiet, but not true. I thought I saw something yesterday that said all of Canada, no new cases or something. Yeah. It was like that, like, you know, we have weird, like, reporting here where I look at the stats, and some days it will say 0, and we'll say 0, and then it will say 500 the next day, and then 0, 0, 400. And I don't understand how they're recording the data, because clearly that's not how it plays out in reality. So they're recording it weird. Mm-hmm. As far as like what that car, like what track would go well with that car, it can do everything. It's really good. It's so good, that car. It's just slow at straight line. When I race it, I can't I don't catch up to people when I'm in the draft. I just sit there. The car doesn't get any faster. I'm not going to be able to overtake anybody unless it's tire wear stuff that makes it possible. If you have the time, go skim through that second race in that video I posted though. You'll love it. I was trying so hard to stay mentally focused through the whole thing. It was 37 laps at Scuba in Gr.X. Yeah, I think it's the best race I ever did in my life, for sure. I tried so hard. And the opponent is somebody who's like the best guy in the region. Like my teammates have trouble with him because he's fast usually. But he's so dirty, that's really why they have more trouble with him. He ended up spinning himself in the end. So he got back by me, I let him go. He also went in like a maniac. He came in so hot for no reason. Like I was letting him go, he came in so hot. Like if I had not moved over, he would have put us both in the wall. At Scuba Term 1. No, they kicked him out because he got in a fight with Dino, who's like his friend. They were dirty on each other. Then he went to VQS, which is like a team that they started from a bunch of guys who did ESGT, which is my friend Five's league. But now they have a bunch of fast people, including 5 people from my team that left. All these young English kids from the UK, they all left at once to be friends, you know, all to stay with their friends and go to that team. So he was there, but then he was driving us dirty nonstop. So we were complaining to hit the team admins for his new team. But the problem is they're all like 18, 19 years old. So they're just naive and stupid. They don't believe us. Eventually he did every single race something stupid where they couldn't deny it anymore. By the end of the manufacturer season, he left. But really he got kicked off again. He went to this team called VSR, called Visceral Racing, whatever they're called. And he's with them now. So he's with another new team, and he's still driving dirty. So I have the clips, and I'll show them to his new team maybe. But the thing is that I like actually talk to Zenit. Like I message him on Instagram and stuff. I'm very friendly with him, like just because he never really takes me out. He takes my teammates out. He drives them dirty all the time, and everybody else in the region. Like if you're in his way and he doesn't respect you, you're gonna get put off the track probably if you fight back. But I speak to him and like try to like, you know, communicate with him, even though I think he's a troll and like a complete asshole. So I think that's the only reason why I didn't get like super taken out by him, is that like he knows me, like we communicate a little bit. I've developed some like rapport with him, a reason for him not to take me out. Even though he tried a couple times, he was really mad at me, and I think he let it go. After he spun, he just didn't care anymore. He has like mental problems. He's like delusional and shit. Like his version of events is always like very different from reality. When we never really speak with him, but we hear what he has to say. He posts online, like on Twitter and stuff all the time. After any race that he does bad, he goes in the activity feed and does like a status there. He complains a lot. But as far as like, you know, driving with him, he is a really, really fast and accomplished kart racer from the West Coast, United States. He lives in Nevada, and he says like all the karting in US is pretty much Nevada and California. And he does like these big events there, and he's sponsored by CRG carts. So they send him like, you know, carts to try and like demo out new products. And he said that he spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars in his career karting, you know, with like entry fees and like, you know, buying parts for the carts cost like more than real car parts sometimes. Like an engine for a cart is like thousands of dollars, even though they're small. So even though he's so dirty, like I really managed that race well. I think without a doubt it's the best race I ever did, even though I didn't win, because Win just got so lucky that when he pitted on lap 1 from the medium to the hard, you only had to use medium hard and that was the only tire requirement for the race. And when he came out of the pit, he was just in the perfect little spot, like the perfect gap to not get held up the whole race. So at the end of the race, after I was battling with these guys, then he didn't have to pit while we did on the last lap, and he was not too far behind us, me and Mataboy in the end. Robert was driving the Aston Martin, and Mataboy had the Ferrari, and they were really battling with me, but the Citroen was just so good. Defson told me I should pick that car. He's like, I didn't know what car to pick. He's like, pick the Citroen. It's great. It's a badass car. If I pick it, everyone's going to find out it's really hard to drive sometimes. It's a weird car. It has a V12, so it's not very agile. It's kind of like heavy in the middle. And also, the power band is super wide, so you can really shift like anywhere you want. But it's kind of towards the middle, where the max power shift is, or towards the gear shift indicator. And the gears are also really short. It has 7 gears, and they're all pretty short. So it's kind of hard to tell what gear to be in most of the time. I think if I don't like help people figure it out, they'll never figure out like the right gears for it at some tracks. At Yamagiwa, it should be pretty straightforward. But the third gear is just really low range. It works really well. And the car is like on rails. Even with tire wear, like it really has good downforce and good kind of like chassis under it, where it doesn't have any body roll or anything like the GTR did, or it has more downforce than the NSX and the Ford GT that I drove. I think it's my favorite one. And the GR4 is so good. I think I posted the Monza race that I did too, and the GR4 is exceptional. It did so good on tires. I was doing my fastest laps of the race at the end on Warren Racing Hard. But all that stuff going super well. It couldn't be better, honestly. I'm the global leader for Citroen. Nobody in the world is got more points with it right now. Yeah, I'm beating Europe, I'm beating Asia, and we're in the top 12. So if this was a real season, I'm like where you want to be for qualification, the leader. The top 3 out of 5 go, and I'm the top 1. That's never happened before, where I'm leading globally. I've never scored this many global points either. I had a 33. The highest you can get is 40. I've never had a 33. I've never even had like a 24 really, or 26. And that goes based by like who got the most points of the night. So the top score of the night, that gets the 40. The second highest score of the night, no matter what lobby it was in, gets the 36. The third highest score gets the 33. That's what I got at Monza. Since I joined Snell, yeah. Even since like all time, I've come from nowhere. I have no racing background in my family. I started like driving, like trying to get better at driving at like 19 by myself. Because of this game. So I think it's a good accomplishment, that alone, but we'll see how much further I could take it. If I'm faster than Defson one day, that'll be because I never quit trying. He actually messed me up in the first race. So the race that was really good was the second slot of the night. The first one, I had Defson drive my car and like try to help me out, because he drove that car and won the Manufacturers' Cup and the Nations' Cup with that car last season. But he actually told me techniques that were not working. He thought they were good, but they were not going to work in the race. And the first race, I like tried all these new things he was working on. I got it all wrong. I was much quicker before I did any of that. In the second race, I just decided I was going to do whatever felt good with the gears and stuff, my techniques. And I just went super fast the whole time. I was really nervous too. I didn't think that I had the pace yesterday, but I did. No, I don't have enough money right now to fix the car. Unfortunately, I get asked questions about it a lot, and I look at it all the time. I go sit in it sometimes when I'm outside, go hang out in the car. But soon I'll have that ready. I think by I thought September I'd be like driving it, maybe by like November. Like that would be like nice looking, like ready to go. I need new wheels, I think, as well. That's besides other parts. I think one of the wheels is bent. Hopefully the goal is I drive that to Montreal next year. If COVID is gone and they have a Grand Prix. Then I do the track day in that car. I don't care if I have to skip the Grand Prix, I'll still do it. It was so much fun. It could be the best Grand Prix in history. I'd still rather go do a track day at the same time. I'll watch the Grand Prix when I get back. No. Nope. There was a guy there, but he wasn't available to sit in the car anyway. And he was really nice. He gave me a black flag at one point because I let somebody pass on the wrong side. I was like really nervous, especially in the RS where like people are coming up on you fast. Like if you're not paying attention in the mirror, they're there on that tiny track. And he black flagged me and brought me in. He's like, "Don't worry, like I'm just gonna talk to you. You know what happened, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I let him go on the wrong side. I'm so sorry." I was like freaking out. And the dude was just super calm the way he would explain things. He's a really nice guy. He had like his hot wife there, like working the desk. He had like his little kid. His little boy was like, you know, at the track, like helping him out, doing whatever. And he would put the little kid on the back of the ATV when he'd go like inspect the track after sessions, make sure there's no debris. Super fun, that experience. I want to do it again as soon as I can. It went about as good as it could have went. I ran the car like twice as long as most of the people who
Hot
went.
wife, you say?
And
Laughing.
I had no issues. Yeah, his wife was hot. Somebody said in my stream that was funny. That's all you need. You're like a race driving instructor. You work at a track. I bet he goes and does laps on there all the time. That guy. In free time. Live out in the woods, like half an hour from Montreal. I still can't believe I won. That blows me away. That I actually did that. I feel bad for the wreck I caused. Somebody could report me and there's nothing I can do. But I doubt that's going to happen. Raul reports like quickly too. He just does it to do it. I should talk to Raul and X-Rad and make sure they don't. I don't want to have that get lost.
Well, I just tuned in, so I'm out the loop. Emoji face with stuck out tongue.
Let me see who's talking to me. Oh, chicane. I should end the stream now. I've been chatting with you on here, like eating my dinner. You gonna head out? All right, man. Actually, before you go, how have you been feeling? I remember you told me about the migraine thing, and I think about that all the time. I've had a couple migraines myself lately. Any better? Well, I hope you figure something out, man. It must be terrible. I had one for a couple days, and like, oh, there's no way Nick really has to deal with this all the time, but it'd be so bad. I'd never be able to race the way I do like that. I feel like it would make it worse. I'd hate myself.
Oof, that sucks. Yeah, you'd like look past things. Yeah, I just wanted to ask that before you go. And maybe I'll read a little bit and try to find you a solution, man. I can't sit here and be happy knowing that you have like headaches 99% of the time. It makes me sad. No, I'll help you with the work. We'll work together. We got to figure something out. It's not good. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, and I'll finish my dinner and end this broadcast finally. Yeah, I don't know. I'll pick the combo, and then, I really might not come back. It might be a while until the fish are gone. When they all leave in like December, then I'll come back maybe. But we'll see. Yeah, even like the end of November, I could come back. It gets a little slow by then. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just full of shit and I'll just race every night until the end. Because like I think I really like, before you go too, I'll just say this too, and I think this all the time that like part of my good FIA results right now is because I came back to Snail when I did like in March, and I really started doing it more often. And I think that all the Snail combos helped me stay sharp all week and keep my mind like in that mode all week long. The one extra night of like intense racing with you and Deuce and Tim, that really helps me, I think. So it is, yeah. I think that was a big part of me getting back to like my best and like, where I'm at right now with my form. Like I feel really fast like all the time no matter what I'm doing. I think that's because of Snail. In even not just long term, but like recently, like coming back and you guys racing me so hard. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd be doing Snail. There'd be no one to battle if it wasn't you weren't here and Tim wasn't here. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's just good for mentally. Like I get to like challenge myself, even if I don't have any other stuff going on. I have something to do also. Never bored on a Sunday night thanks to Snail. Yeah, that's like the one thing that like would be nice to change, but yeah, it's not as serious. It keeps it casual because of that. You're right. Yeah, that's a good thing sometimes. All right, man. But I will reach out to you soon. If you're on during the week, I know you never are, but hit me up. I will be on. All right, bro. Good race today. Amazing. That last one, I'll remember that for a long time. Really good race, even though we never got close. Yeah. You put big pressure on me, man. When I needed it, I did the fast lap like right when I needed it. The 46.5. I did it like right when I needed it. The next lap was not as good, but it was not a lot of laps left. So I think if without Rob holding you up, it would have been closer. But even that, he didn't hold you up for more than like a lap or two. You got so close, man. You put a lot of pressure on me on that one. You were doing your best, I could tell the whole time. And the shift point, where were you shifting that car? I was shifting at 7,000. I thought you were going late, and then I thought I saw you change where you were shifting because we were more equal down the straight and stuff like that. Yeah, 7,000 is pretty far, but it's not all the way. It's like halfway. So I think other times I did all the way. Today was the first time I'm shifting much earlier, and I think the car had so much torque that it was fine with the turbo. Like out of Ascari, I was shifting up to fourth like without redline, and if I'm in the right spot, like near 7,000, it would take off with the torque. Same thing for turn one. Ascari is the final chicane at the end. Yeah, same here. But when I was going to fourth like earlier and earlier, like as soon as I have it like built up, like I'm not looking to redline that gear. Like, you can shift it short and it still has good momentum, that car. The Lesmos. For both, I was only doing third for the first one. I would go into third and I'd get very tight, so I'd brake in fourth, down to third, which would pull me even tighter because of the engine braking, and then I would put full throttle and it would build up the boost, and I'd go to fourth for the exit. And I had some good exits. I saw you doing it really good too, with the different technique, I guess. And the Lesmo 2, I felt like was the corner that won me the race. I never messed Lesmo 2 up too bad the whole race, and I'd be able to like stop your progress there almost every lap. I could like, stop the momentum you had as you were coming. I put a lot of work in that corner at the manufacturer's race. You had one really good turn one at one point where I was like, oh my gosh, he's gone. He's going. You made me think, like, I need to do this a lot better. If he does that again, I'm done. I think that was the race before, maybe, that he won. A turn one? Yeah, for sure. I would just exit in second gear. I would try to go in first for turn one, and I go to second once it's like kind of at the apex, and I can just floor it if I'm lined up nice. How come you don't put your mic on during the evening? You don't want to talk to people except for me? I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, we're always quiet during the races. Yeah, there's no point. I get very distracted too. I know, like, ever since the GT5 days when I started like motivating myself to get better, I always thought like anytime I see like the smallest distraction, if my mind wanders, if like the dog walks across the room, there's always like a small blip like right there in my focus. Like if I have an error, it will be at that moment. It'll be a small percentage of my attention that has been taken away creates like a very small error usually at those moments. So like talking, like if I have to respond and think, that's taking away power from my brain. Like that's the driving power. Any little bit. If I have to say like a sentence, depending how I'm feeling, depending the situation, what car I'm driving, all that, maybe it matters less, but it takes away a little bit from my focus, no matter what. Yeah, same thing. Yep. I got better at that because of Death Sun and chatting with these guys in the party all the time. But still, I know that if it's an important race, I turn the volume in my headset way, way up. I hear the car really well. And the engine and everything, that makes a difference. Also, I don't hear my dogs barking or anything else. And I don't speak to anybody. I mute everybody if I have to. That's difficult. I've done it once, but it's not easy. That's why, also, it all goes both ways. Maybe I've only done it once because it's so hard. It's really challenging to drive the car with, like, no cues from your ears at all. Why would you do this to yourself? You want to make it hard.
No time to 1v1 me tonight. Chicane.
I played Call of Duty with no sound as well, and that's it's something that's possible, but it's definitely not better to do that. You don't hear people walking up behind you or shooting at you. But I've done that too. I've been like on a phone call and I just mute it and keep playing and surprisingly do well, but then eventually you got to turn the sound back on. Do the no sound challenge. It's a new YouTube, for YouTube. Somebody challenged me to win a world record at Circuit Experience at Northern Isle in the AMG. That's on that, the Circuit Experience area. He said if I beat his time, this is You May Be Seated that said this, that he said he'd buy me a PlayStation 5. He said if I got top 10, he would give me a free copy of Gran Turismo 7 as well. But I couldn't do either one. It's too hard. What were you going to say? In campaign stuff. It's near there. It's a Circuit Experience for Northern Isle. Mm-hmm. I should challenge him and tell him to go get it back. After I failed yesterday, he's like calling me slow and stuff. Like his friends were like making fun of me because I didn't get it. I tried. Did my best. There's like a bone in there. He has 10. He got 10 so he could get somebody off the board for Northern Isle. He took the second place guy off the board. That guy's gonna hate him one day when he sees, if he sees. He already doesn't like him, that Japanese guy. I just finished my food finally. It was really good. The sweet potatoes. So that's your suggestion for the track. I'm gonna try that first when I do test. We'll be trying Yamagiwa with the Gr.X Citroen. I'll be trying that one out tonight, maybe. Should be really fun there. Can definitely handle that track. All right, Nick. Well, I guess I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go do my dishes that I just got dirty. All right, man. Yo, good race today again. Amazing. Had a great time with you again. As always, we have good races. Good night, bro.